Howdy, howdy everyone, this is Andy with Mouse Out of the House. I don't know about you guys, but I keep getting these ads for these Bluetooth mobile controllers, and they all look exactly like this one. And I thought to myself, these things, they just have to be too good to be true. Like, there's no way for $25 you can get something that looks like this, that's just going to actually connect to your phone and is actually going to play games, right? Well, I was wrong. I'm dumb. I'm dumber than hell.
And I accept the truth that we is dumb. Dumb as hell.
This thing is probably the best $25 I've ever spent. At first look, the box is pretty much what you would expect. It's, cheap. But what's inside is pretty awesome. Like I mentioned before, unboxing is quick and easy. You basically just get a plastic container inside of the cardboard shell, a little plastic sleeve, and then your little information booklet. And this is going to have information on the different modes and operations that the controller has. I actually always recommend reading these things. You'll end up finding out something that's actually helpful to yourself. Just do yourself a favor and just read it. It takes like 5-10 minutes. Come on. It's not that hard. There are a variety of different colors and models that you can choose from when you're buying this thing. I chose this one, but you also have all of these, all of them, every single one. This one and that one and this one as well. When comparing the JOSO controller to other mobile gaming devices such as the Nintendo Switch Lite and Standard, we can see that it's fairly close in comparison to size to both, but upon closer examination, we can see that it is actually an almost to-scale replica of the Switch Lite. Button layout, thumbstick size, everything. It's almost an exact copy of a Switch Lite. So we have two different power on methods, the standard, just power on, and then R1, start power on. This is going to allow you to connect as a Bluetooth device or as an Xbox controller. There are other settings. That's going to be where your instructions come in handy. So once we have the controller turned on, we can switch Bluetooth on our device and we can connect. And after this step, you're pretty much ready to game. So let's jump into some gaming, guys. Howdy everybody. This is Andrew. We're doing a little quick review on the JOSO Bluetooth controller for Android, iOS. And it seems like pretty much everything else. They advertise this thing for everything. Overall, I think it's a solid piece for $25. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. It'll connect to your phone pretty easily without much effort at all. You're going to be able to jump into your favorite games like Call of Duty Mobile, or if you might be running emulators, Of course, you should own the games that you're playing on them, but if you do, go hog wild. And this will let you do it. It has a very nostalgic feel. It feels a lot like the early console controllers, or early, first generation Xbox, GameCube. And it just works, guys. It does exactly what you want it to do. The input on it is not super laggy. Is there some delay? Yes. But I would say it's well within reason to be able to do, whatever you want to do with this thing. You can have a lot of fun with it. I've had it for probably probably a month now. I've traveled with it, took it on a plane, and I'll say the battery holds up long enough to have a solid gaming session while in transit. It's not going to just die on you instantaneously. And it's not so temperamental that you can't get it to work when you actually want to use it, So I would say for the price that they ask for these things, which is, it's like $25, well worth the money. Now, what would I say you could improve on this? I would say the thumbsticks are the biggest weak point. Not that they don't work properly, they do. They have good response time and all. They just, the outsides of them have this hard plastic feel to them. And if you're playing for any period of time, you end up kind of playing a lot around the edges of these just because of the ergonomic layout of it. And so you kind of are going to end up feeling those hard plastic bits a majority of the time, and I just wish that maybe a little more thought went into that. But for $25 out of a Chinese Bluetooth controller, you know, I think we're getting a lot for the money just to start with. So overall, I would say, you know, 7.5, 8 out of 10. Would recommend to friends, family, anyone who is looking for a cheap mobile gaming, you know, controller that you can attach to a phone or a tablet or whatever. That this is good for the money. I would highly recommend it. So thank you guys so much for checking this video out, for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned up so you can stay up to date with everything the channel's doing. We do a lot of travel stuff, Disney, a lot of video games.